Hello everybody and welcome back to Joe and Al Play Kerbal Space Program.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Al, and we're here in the orbit of the Mun trying to dock up with the space station with our Orlander.
Orlander. You live near Orlander, don't you?
No, nowhere near.
Oh, relatively. Compared to me, right?
Sure. Why not? So we're going to get lined up here.
Yes, and
let's go to this one.
Albert.
We're going to control from here.
Albert?
What?
What is this thing on your screen?
Oh, that's a targeting assist thing that I downloaded.
So why don't you walk through what you're doing?
I'm trying to target this thing, which was working fine like 2 seconds ago. So you're able to target individual docking ports with this. Usually, all of a sudden not.
Well, this side seems to be working. You have a target.
Okay. Let's try going this way again. Control from here. Is it because it's a different port? It doesn't like that?
That's very possible. Are they different ports?
Like the... Oh, they're... What?
Oh. Albert, yeah, you have to use the same port that you're targeting from the other ship. That makes a fair amount of sense.
Okay, control from here. We're going to aim to target.
Oh, Albert.
What?
That made perfect sense. Wow, this is...
Why is it opposite? Why is it away? I want to be on this... I guess control from here. Why are you flipping around? That doesn't make any sense. We're going towards this baby.
So how does this mod work?
It just gives you a little bit better visual.
So what's the orange arrow?
The orange arrow is telling me which direction I need to be pointing if I want to be lined up with my thing.
What's the yellow circle?
The yellow circle is like, is it right in front of me or not? Which it kind of is at the moment. Those are about alignment. Essentially, you want to get all the things on top of each other, but right now I just want to get close and try to figure out what the problem is. All right,
so what's the goal here?
The goal is to dock.
I know the goal is to dock, but what I'm still confused as your methodology.
Why are you going that way? That's not the way I want to be. Are all these backwards somehow?
Maybe.
Why does it keep flipping over? Oh, whatever. I guess we can just have the opposite thing be the target. By the way, much easier to line up with this port, but I wanted to have a challenge.
Yes.
I guess we can do anti-target here and get that going. Yeah, I guess that is somehow what they want. If it becomes necessary, I created a save in which I had, in fact, docked with this thing just to prove that it was possible.
Boo.
In case people don't believe me. I would like to yell at it for completely switching how it was acting. Like the fact that I have to be anti-target, it doesn't make sense. Why is it spinning?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand this mod. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I keep forgetting it's backwards for some reason.
What is happening?
Okay. I'm trying to dock, Joe. Alright.
Uh-huh.
You're going to teach me how to do it. You don't like my mod?
No. Control from this docking port.
Which one?
The one you're at. There's only one on this one, right?
Okay, on this vessel is what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, we're there.
Aim north.
I don't understand why this part of it like responds exactly as I would expect it to respond. Like left is left and right is right. And then the other, like when I turn RCS on, it's like, wow, so crazy, wacky world of RCS. Welcome to nothing makes sense anymore. Like the spaceship clearly is understanding the direction I want to be going. Okay, now what?
Hit R. Go to the other ship. Pick a docking port to control from. Face
Again?
south.
Where is it? Where's it at?
Yeah, I guess it's 180. Well, no, that's not it. It might not be an actual S.
Okay, well, let's find the N, and then we'll go opposite of that. Okay, there's the N. So 45. Yeah, it's 180. Okay.
Hit R. At any rate, these will now stay.
This is the one we're docking to. Remember how it was inverted?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we put these on backwards or something, or put that one on backwards?
Oh god, are they on backwards?
Or upside down, or I don't know. They will clamp.
Okay. We'll go to the other ship.
Should I turn this to north so it's actually facing the other ship?
Yeah, probably. Now we'll go to chase view. Okay, you obviously have to go to your left.
So
Can you RCS that?
strafe to the left?
Yes, strafe to the left.
Okay, now it's JKLI, right? I'm going to hit J because that's on the left side of the keyboard. That's not what I wanted. Uh-oh.
What?
I have an idea.
What?
It might be because these are backwards that this won't
Oh
dock.
god! Oh my god!
This one's
How do you-
correct.
How do you put them on? How did we? This is Eagle 4 coming in. Yeah, Eagle 4. Do you remember they installed your ports correctly? No. What do you mean correctly? Did they put them on front side out or inside out?
That's such a humiliating thing, too. I also might like that explains all the problems I was having with the mod too. In fact, we can get that open, and I think.
Why? You can do this with just north and south. It's just simpler.
I just want people to see what we're seeing.
Arkham's razor.
I want the visual to be up there. See how it has the reticle, the orange reticle in the middle. That shows that you're aiming the same direction as your.
Yes. Look, you moved back to north. I don't know what. I'm not having this conversation. We're gonna be.
No, I'm saying like, if you didn't line it up that way, you could use.
Okay, you could use, yes, but this is a little silly.
If you don't want to line up to north.
Why not just line up to north though?
I'm not saying you shouldn't line up to north. I'm saying it's giving you the same information.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, it's redundant. When Joe docks, he doesn't use mods.
When Joe docks, he probably puts the docking ports on the correct direction too.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I did not catch that by a long shot.
We are also not facing the right direction. Ah! We were facing north. Did you see that? Did you see us facing north?
Just use the mod then.
Tease it. Tease it. Boom!
All right.
And,
what did we learn?
well, we learned a couple different methods of doing really the same thing.
Yes.
We also
I was more
learned.
talking about the, the way the docking ports are facing.
Well, those guys are pretty tricky. Yeah.
That's absurd. So it looks like there's a giant. Okay, I wonder if it's negative and plus marks. That'd be handy.
Well, that's a plus. I can't see the right one, so I don't know.
Or
But
is it a negative?
Oh,
There's a big minus under the plus. And a triangle. And 4 ovals.
I mean, a lot of that problem was caused by trying to dock with ports that were not dockable.
I agree.
I was trying to add a level of difficulty on by because I thought, okay, well, this end one, it's easy to sort of line them up, but I want to dock with one of these ones to be a little trickier. It turns out it's impossible because the port's the wrong way.
Really increase the difficulty by making it not possible to do.
I think that mod is useful, Joe. I know you don't.
I agree. No, I think it's useful. I just think I learned a different way, and you learned this way, and we're having.
I haven't fully learned either, but I just the lining up. So the lining up of the rotation is hugely important.
Yes.
And I think we could go ahead and build the next piece. I don't know that we're going to launch it today, but we can build it and do some launching and docking next week.
What are we building? We also have to get the thing we just docked has to land on the moon.
Oh, I know. Well, here's the thing. So we figured out that it would be better to have a convertitron on that piece. So we're going to take our convertitron up. Now, I think we take the... What do you want to do? I think the 125 is probably a good idea.
Smaller, because we have time.
Lighter, yes.
Something else we might want to do? I don't know when we're going to do it. Is a satellite relay. A relay satellite. A couple of those around the mun. Well, did you look at which side was which?
Not even a little. So this is plus, and this is nothing?
That works. We need the nothing side. We'll dock with our space station.
Yes. Though we have both sides is the very important part here. I actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put on. I want more RCS fuel. This one. I'm very nervous about the amount of RCS fuel we took up.
What's the plan with this? So you have 2 docking ports.
So this carries 750 monopropellant. We took up the this, which only has 50 monopropellant, and we put 4 of them on. So I want this thing, and this is going to clamp on. We're actually going to take this down to the mun.
Okay.
Now, do we put heat stuff? How? What? It's going to clamp onto our lander.
Okay.
So we're going to unclamp, dock with the lander with this, and then land.
Woo! All right. This needs RCS controls on
very
this little
much.
Bit then. Yes.
We're also going to need. Let's go before we get into the fun stuff. Don't forget we want antennas of some kind. Oh, it needs control. Now this is going to be essentially the part that's docking all by itself.
So it needs RCS.
It definitely needs RCS. Yes. All right, that's about right. Seems like it anyway. So we're just taking up the convertitron. Now, is there heat dissipation on the lander?
There's miners on the lander, so hopefully yes.
Now, I want to let people know the reason why. So the initial plan was to take ore, go down, grab the ore, and come back. And somebody pointed out to us that if we do that, it's better to have the convertitron on the lander so that you can convert the fuel that you get on the mun. And you convert the ore, and then you have fuel for the return trip.
And you can then fill up again.
Correct.
Yeah. It's a much better design. I believe that was Griffin.
Was it? I thought that was Dr. Gonzo.
Was it Dr. Gonzo?
I thought so, but
it's one of them. Both have been very helpful.
Am I missing something with this piece? Very basic piece. Gonna go up, gonna lock. Which thing is gonna be in control since we're gonna have 2 control systems?
How are we gonna have 2 control systems?
Does it matter? Well, there's a Probodyne on the...
I think you choose.
Okay.
You think they're gonna get jealous of each other?
I don't know, man. But that's the plan for this. I think next week will be a launch and a dock. And then maybe if the docking goes successfully, a return trip. Every single space station we take up there is going to have backwards. Stupid.
Well, maybe those are right facing and the one on top is backwards.
So we did the one on our thing backwards?
I don't know.
Regardless, it's going to have this side, the little mouth guy. So
yes. The no plus signs.
Whoa.
No ovals even. Whoa!
Hi, I'm a mouth, and I'm on the side that you want.
Yes, good.
Oh no, there's a wider mouth on this side. Just no plus side. Yeah, right, no plus side. Is that it? Do you want to build the launch mechanism as well?
Yeah, I'm curious how that's... Because we have to get to the space thing.
Right. Okay, so... That's 2100 delta V. Do you want to pull up the handy dandy chart to find out how much delta V we need?
5370.
Okay.
Add a little for docket for rendezvousing.
Technically, this should do it. No, wait, not quite.
No, it's not. It's 4,600. You have another 1,000 to go. Well,
yeah, I said almost.
Yeah, with some
Not that one. The mainsail, maybe.
That's less than you got better with the Rhino,
Yeah, I know.
but hopefully you'll be way further up.
There we go. That almost gets us there, and then we just need a bunch of boosters, right?
Yep. Always the answer.
That's definitely gonna work. Oh, this seems just so ill-advised.
Which part?
This part,
Putting
the part
us
where we're
in charge
using
of
the
the space
poodle
station?
on the second stage. I want there to be some thrust out of Atmo. Does you think the Reliance better? It actually gives us
Actually not.
better delta V
Oh, does it?
compared to the mainsail.
I'm looking at the main one in the lower left. I go to the mainsail. I thought you meant the poodle.
Well, yeah, but the poodle isn't. So the output here, the thrust is 205 in atmosphere. Poodle is like 64. Now in vacuum, the poodle's 250. Mainsail or the Reliance 240. So the poodle's actually more powerful than the Reliant in the vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
Are they calculating this thrust in a vacuum or
Which thrust?
this stuff up here?
The delta V has two numbers in it. One's surface level, one's vacuum.
TWR even in a vacuum is. What is max?
In a vacuum. The first number is in Atmo, the second is in vacuum.
Well, then why am I able to move this around?
In case you need to figure out other numbers.
No, if I take it up to 70, though, that's in a vacuum, but then they still have a max.
Oh, that's thrust to weight. I'm sorry. You're looking at...
Yeah, I'm looking at thrust to weight.
I don't know.
So we're going to take this. Ah! No! Take this, yeah. And put it on top of something big. No boosters.
5472. You have 100 extra delta V.
It looks like a real rocket, too, well, except for the top being stupid. We'll go ahead and put a decoupler up here. Flip it around, though, right?
Sure.
So
We've had great luck with things being flipped around this episode.
I want it to look cool. There we go. This looks like a real rocket.
I don't know what you mean by a real rocket.
It looks like something that like SpaceX would launch or whatever, except for the open bit here. Why did the delta V go down?
You added weight with enough extra thrust.
No, that's not how that works. This stage is not doing much for us. Should make them all twitches all the way down. Just a whole twitch rocket. Could you do that?
804. I don't think the Twitch can get off of curb. Well,
You could stack these. You could have a whole rocket with just nothing but Twitches on the outside. It absolutely eventually would. They don't weigh that much. Look, we're gonna make a new rocket. We're just gonna test that. This is gonna be the finale of the episode, since we don't have a big explosion thing happening. Oh, not that. Is that the big one? I want the big one. What's the big one? Okay.
I think so.
Just
0.14.
filling it up.
0.27.
The delta V on this thing is insane, too.
We've done it. We figured out.
Slap a control surface on this thing and go to the mun.
Yes.
Do we need anything? There's nothing else we need, right? That's it.
Nope. I mean, probably, but nope.
What is it in Atmo? Was that in Atmo?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here goes. Oh, we gotta throttle up.
Yeah.
Your mic got a little bit fuzzly there. Did your mic come unplugged, Joe? Okay, well, I can't hear you. It kinda came unplugged. Hopefully Joe's recording didn't just fail completely, because we're going to the moon! Well, that's gonna do it for us this week, folks. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget you can support us over on patreon.com at patreon.com/humanechoes for as little as $2 a month. I hope Joe's not saying anything important, because I could no longer hear him. We will see you guys next week with another episode of the Kerbal Space Program. Just completely, this is all fine. Everything's fine here. You guys have a great week. Take care.